It's finally here, August 28th, 2025. To most, it may appear to be just another date on the calendar, but for those of you present in this moment, you know it's anything but ordinary. You can sense it, in your body, in your thoughts, and in the very air surrounding you. Something rare, something powerful, is unfolding. The days leading up to this have carried an undeniable energy. Every dream, every uncanny coincidence, every surge of emotion you've experienced has been guiding you, preparing you for this very day. Most people will wake up today and treat it like any other. They will check their phones, rush to work, and repeat the same cycles they always do. They will miss what is right in front of them, but you are not most people. You are here because you are aligned with something higher. You are here because you were meant to see this message at this exact time. This is your sign that you are on a higher timeline. August 28th is not random. The cosmic currents are different today. It is as if a doorway has opened, and you are being asked, will you step through, or will you remain in the patterns that no longer serve you? That choice begins now, in this very moment. Every word you speak, every thought you entertain, every decision you make today, carries more weight than you realize. This is why you cannot treat today lightly. You may have already felt the signs: restlessness in your body, sudden clarity about relationships, or even a deep pull to distance yourself from what no longer feels right. These are not accidents. They are confirmations. They are signals from the higher realms that you are shifting into something new. Understand this: if you are hearing these words, you are not here by coincidence. You are not lost. You have been guided here because your spirit is ready for what comes next. And as we move forward, layer by layer, you will see why this exact day, August 28th, holds so much meaning for your soul's journey. Stay with me until the very end of this video, because the most important revelation comes at the close. And if this message is already stirring something deep within you, type 777 in the comments right now, your declaration that you are awake, aligned, and ready to walk this higher path. The energy of August 28th is unlike any other day. If you are sensitive, you may have already felt it from the moment you woke up: an unusual heaviness in the air, a pull in your chest, or an inner restlessness that you cannot explain. This is not your imagination. It is the vibration of a higher timeline, making itself known. Today is a day when the veil between what is ordinary and what is divine feels thinner, when choices seem louder, and when the universe itself seems to be watching how you respond. Many will miss it. They will go through their routines, scroll endlessly, argue about meaningless things, and go to bed unchanged. But you, chosen one, are here because something inside you refuses to sleep. You can feel that this day is different. You know deep down that you were meant to hear this. What happens on days like this is not random. The energy works as a mirror. It shows you what is still unresolved, where you still hesitate, and who around you still drains your spirit. That is why you may notice certain conversations feel heavier than usual, or why people close to you suddenly trigger emotions you thought you had already healed. These are not punishments. They are tests the universe places before you, the very patterns you must break, so that you can prove you are ready for the next chapter. That argument, that silence, that closed door, it is not about the other person. It is about you. Will you fall back into reaction, anger, bitterness? Or will you step higher into forgiveness, awareness, and strength? Every choice is amplified today. Every response determines the timeline you will walk into tomorrow. If you are paying attention, you will notice that relationships feel like the most powerful mirrors today. Some people around you will suddenly feel aligned, almost as if their presence brings you peace and clarity. Others will feel draining, pulling you back into old energies, cycles, or versions of yourself you no longer want to be. Do not ignore these feelings. The energy of August 28th is a filter. It clears out what cannot come with you. This can hurt, because letting go of someone who has been close to you is never easy. But trust this, when someone falls away now, it is because they cannot walk with you on this higher path. The universe is not taking from you, it is protecting you. The right people, the ones aligned with your higher purpose, will stay. They will grow with you. They will recognize the light in you and not feel threatened by it. This is why you must be courageous. Courage today is not about dramatic actions. It is about making one small choice that proves you are not who you used to be. It could be saying no where you used to say yes. It could be setting a boundary. It could be walking away from an argument instead of feeding it. It could be forgiving someone silently, not for their sake, but for yours. Every act of courage today plants a seed that will grow for years. The energy magnifies it. What you choose in fear will echo loudly, but what you choose in faith will echo even louder. That is why you cannot let this day pass as if it were nothing. That is why this message found you at this exact moment. Many of you are feeling the signs already, strange dreams that seem too real to ignore, numbers repeating in ways that make you pause, 111, 222, 777, appearing on clocks, receipts, or screens, sudden bursts of memory, old emotions surfacing out of nowhere, or even a physical tiredness that makes you want to withdraw. These are not random, they are confirmations. They are the universe's way of saying, pay attention, you are stepping into alignment. The signs are all around you, but only the awake will notice them, and you are awake, or you would not be here. The most powerful truth about today is this: a higher timeline is not simply given, it is chosen. It is not enough to know the signs, to listen to the message, or to feel the energy. You must act. You must show through your choices that you are ready to step into what has been waiting for you. That is why the tests come through the closest people. That is why the challenges show up in the areas you least want to face, because the universe already knows you can pass. It is waiting for you to prove it to yourself. And when you do, everything shifts. Not instantly, not dramatically, but undeniably. A peace begins to grow inside you, stronger than any chaos around you. Opportunities begin to appear where doors once seemed locked. People who carry the wisdom or the connection you needed start showing up in your life without explanation. Synchronicities multiply, and slowly you realize that you are no longer walking the same path you once did. That is what it means to step onto a higher timeline. This is why August 28th matters. It is a day of choice. It is a day when the universe asks you, are you ready? You cannot answer with words, only with your actions, your energy, your courage. Remember this as you move through the hours ahead. What you do now echoes far beyond today. What you choose now becomes the reality you will live in the days, weeks, and even years to come. But now, chosen one, let us move deeper. Because while many speak of energy, signs, and choices, very few dare to speak of the silence in between. The silence where nothing seems to happen, where prayers feel unanswered, and where the waiting stretches longer than you thought you could bear. This is the part no one wants to talk about: the desert season, the in-between, the sacred pause. And yet, this is where true transformation is forged. August 28th does not simply arrive as a day of decisions. It arrives as a doorway to patience. You see, the universe is not only measuring your willingness to act, it is measuring your willingness to wait. There is no higher timeline without endurance, no awakening without stillness. Imagine a seed planted deep beneath the soil. It does not sprout the moment it is buried. It is pressed into darkness, watered silently, and for a long time, nothing seems to happen. But beneath the surface, life is forming, roots are stretching, the unseen is preparing for the seen. This is what today's energy is doing inside you. What feels like delay is not denial, it is preparation. What feels like silence is not absence, it is alignment. And here is where protection comes in. Have you noticed how sometimes doors close in ways that frustrate you? An opportunity disappears, a person leaves, or a plan suddenly unravels. You may feel abandoned, overlooked, even punished. But hear this clearly: rejection is often protection. The universe knows what you cannot yet see. A path you were desperate to take may have been filled with traps. A person you thought you needed may have carried a weight that would have broken you. When you are being held back, it is often because you are being saved. Today's energy sharpens this truth. What falls away now is falling away for your protection. Look closely, and you will see the signs everywhere. A message in a dream that feels too pointed to ignore. A conversation overheard that answers a question you never spoke aloud. A sudden feeling that tells you not to go somewhere or to pause before speaking. These are not coincidences, they are instructions. The higher timeline speaks in whispers, not shouts. Those who rush, who live only on the surface, will miss them. But you, chosen one, must be the one who notices. You must be the one who treats these subtle signs as sacred, because they are. And then there is the matter of endurance. Many believe awakening is a burst of light, a dramatic revelation, a sudden flood of clarity. But the truth is that awakening is endurance. It is learning to hold your light steady when the world grows dark. It is choosing to believe when nothing looks the way you hoped. It is walking forward with faith, even when the road seems empty. This is where most people falter. They give up in the waiting, they doubt in the silence, they curse the unanswered prayer. But not you, not if you are listening now. You are being trained in endurance, because your calling is greater than most. Your path requires patience that others cannot understand. Think of the storms you have faced. Every time you thought you would break, yet somehow you rose again. Every loss you thought would consume you, yet here you stand. These were not accidents, they were rehearsals. Each storm was teaching you resilience. Each heartbreak was expanding your capacity to love. Each setback was stretching your faith. Do you see it now? You were never being destroyed. You were being strengthened. August 28th magnifies this lesson. Today is not about asking whether the storms will come. It is about remembering that you have already survived storms before. The proof is in your own life. You are still here. That means you are stronger than you know. And so, what is required of you today is both courage and restraint. Courage to step where you are called, and restraint not to force what is not ready. This balance is the secret most overlook. Some rush ahead, trying to force the seed to sprout before its time. Others shrink back, paralyzed by fear, never planting the seed at all. But the higher path requires both action and trust. You plant the seed, you water it, and then you let the earth do its work. You choose, you speak, you align, and then you release the outcome. This is where peace is found, not in control but in surrender. The world will not understand this. They will tell you to push harder, to make things happen, to fight for what you want. But you, chosen one, know something deeper. The most powerful things in life are received, not forced. Love cannot be forced. Purpose cannot be forced. Timing cannot be forced. They must be aligned with, they must be surrendered into. That is the wisdom of this moment. The higher timeline is not taken, it is stepped into when you are ready, and readiness is proven, not just by strength, but by patience. Now, notice something else. As this energy intensifies, you may also notice a rising tension around you. People may seem more agitated, more easily triggered, more restless. This is not random. The light always stirs the shadows. The closer you move toward alignment, the louder the resistance becomes. But do not mistake resistance for defeat. When tension rises, it is because something is breaking open. When pressure builds, it is because a breakthrough is near. Do not run from this pressure. Let it shape you. Diamonds are formed under pressure, not ease. And you, chosen one, are being shaped into something unbreakable. So if you feel the heaviness, the waiting, the tests, do not despair. Recognize it for what it is: preparation, protection, alignment. This is not punishment. This is initiation. You are not being left behind. You are being positioned, and the positioning is precise, as if the hand of the divine itself is guiding every step you take. And now, as we move further into this revelation, you must understand something few are ever told. Alignment with the higher timeline is not simply about what you do, it is about who you become. This is why August 28th is not just a date, it is a mirror. It shows you what is inside, what still holds you back, and what is ready to be released. Many look at dates like this as cosmic events happening outside of them, but the truth is this: the shift is within you. The stars, the energies, the alignments, all of it is simply reflecting what your soul already knows. So ask yourself, who are you when no one is watching? Who are you when the doors close and the lights fade? When you are left with your own thoughts? This is the test, because the higher path does not begin with public victories. It begins with private integrity. The words you speak when you are angry, the choices you make when you think no one will notice, the way you treat the people closest to you, these are the real markers of whether you are ready for elevation. August 28th is magnifying this truth. Nothing hidden can remain hidden. And this is why relationships are being tested so strongly in this hour. The person closest to you, the one who knows your weaknesses, your doubts, your patterns, that person becomes the mirror of your growth. Do not be surprised if tension rises, if old wounds resurface, if conflicts appear out of nowhere. It is not to destroy your connection, but to refine it, to reveal where forgiveness is needed, where compassion must be practiced, where truth must be spoken. Every bond you hold will either be purified or released. That is how timelines separate, not in the sky, but in your interactions, in your choices, in your heart. Do not mistake this refining for punishment. Think of gold placed in fire. The flames do not destroy the gold, they reveal its purity. They burn away what does not belong. In the same way, these tests, these tensions, these conflicts, they are fire, but not to harm you. They are here to burn away illusions, to strip false masks, to remove what no longer serves. If you endure with patience and grace, you will emerge lighter, clearer, stronger. But endurance does not mean silence. It does not mean pretending everything is fine when it is not. The higher path demands truth spoken with love, but still truth. This is why many are uncomfortable with awakening, because it requires honesty, and honesty exposes what people would rather hide. Yet, chosen one, if you are to walk into your calling, you cannot remain silent when your soul is urging you to speak. You cannot dim your light to make others comfortable. The higher timeline requires authenticity. And what of fear? What of the doubts that whisper in your mind at night, telling you that you are not ready, that you will fail, that you are not enough? Hear me clearly. Those voices are not prophecy, they are resistance. The closer you get to breakthrough, the louder the lies will scream, but their volume is proof of your progress. No one attacks a locked door if there is nothing valuable inside. The opposition you feel is confirmation that you carry something worth protecting. This is why you must protect your energy now more than ever. Guard what you listen to, who you spend time with, and what you allow into your spirit. Not every conversation deserves your presence. Not every invitation deserves your yes. This season requires discernment, knowing when to step forward and when to step back, when to speak and when to stay silent, when to hold on and when to let go. Protection is not isolation, it is wisdom. Chosen one, understand this. Your very presence carries frequency. When you walk into a room, you shift the atmosphere. Some will feel drawn to you, others will resist you, but all will be affected. That is the weight of being awake in a sleeping world. You are a mirror to those still trapped in cycles. You are a reminder to those trying to forget. And while this is not always comfortable, it is necessary. Your light disturbs the darkness, and that is exactly why it is needed. So today, on August 28th, see yourself as both the seed and the flame, the seed planted in patience, rooted in silence, preparing for what is unseen, and the flame burning brightly, purifying what is false, guiding others through the dark. This duality is your gift. You are called to hold both endurance and action, both waiting and courage, both softness and strength. This is why you are here right now, listening, because you were never meant to sleepwalk through this day. You were meant to feel it, to notice it, to carry its message forward. The shift is not in the calendar, it is in you. Every choice you make, every word you speak, every moment you remain aligned is proof that you are already walking the higher path. And now, chosen one, it's time to reveal what almost no one will tell you. Here is the secret that has been hidden, overlooked, or deliberately silenced. The higher timeline is not something you wait for, it is something you choose. Most people live as if destiny is outside of them, as if life is only happening to them. They believe breakthroughs arrive by chance, or that blessings are random, but the truth you are rarely told is this: timelines shift the moment you decide, with full conviction, to align with what is higher. Every choice you make, every word you speak, every thought you allow into your spirit, it all builds the reality you step into. This is why today is so important. August 28th is not about waiting for the universe to do something for you. It is about awakening to the fact that you are already co-creating with the divine. You are not powerless. You are not waiting for approval. You are not stuck. The hidden truth is that you carry the authority to step into the higher path right now, but few will tell you this, because few believe it themselves. And here lies the real challenge when you choose the higher timeline. Not everyone around you will celebrate. Some will resist. Some will misunderstand. Some will even turn against you. Why? Because your choice exposes their comfort with mediocrity. Your elevation highlights where they have settled. And this is why you must be strong, because the higher path requires courage to keep walking even when others fall away. Think of it this way: every soul is offered an invitation, but not every soul accepts. Some cling to old patterns, old pain, old stories that feel safe even as they destroy. But you, chosen one, would not be here if you were meant to stay the same. The secret is that this invitation was always meant for you. You were always marked for this moment. And that is why the struggle has felt heavier for you than for others. The weight of your battles is proof of the weight of your calling. And here is another truth most will not tell you: the people closest to you often become the greatest tests, not because they are your enemies, but because they are your mirrors. They reflect what is unhealed, what is unfinished, what still needs to be faced. That is why the closest person can sometimes hurt the most, trigger the most, or challenge you in ways no stranger ever could. It is not to destroy you, it is to refine you, to sharpen you, to make you ready for what is coming. So what do you do when the pressure rises, when the tests come through relationships, when the weight feels too much? You remember this secret: pressure does not come to break you, but to reveal you. Just as the diamond is only formed under pressure, your higher self is being revealed through the fire of these tests. Every conflict, every tear, every challenge is shaping you into someone unshakable. No one may have told you this, but I will. The universe is not punishing you. God is not abandoning you. The timeline is not against you. You are being prepared. You are being trained. You are being purified. And though it may feel lonely, though it may feel unfair, though it may feel overwhelming, you are not walking through it for nothing. This path is setting you apart, because what is coming requires a version of you that no old cycle could ever create. So the secret is this: the higher path is already here. The only question is whether you will step fully into it. Chosen one, listen closely, because today carries a vibration unlike anything you've walked through before. August 28th is not just a date on the calendar. It is an energetic crossroad. It is as if two rivers are meeting, and the flow you choose will determine where you arrive weeks, months, even years from now. Most people will feel the turbulence but not understand it. They'll think it's just another rough day, just another argument, just another setback. But you, if you pay attention, will see that these moments are not random. They are invitations. The energy of this day is calling you to release patterns you've carried for far too long. Some of you have been walking with old fears, old doubts, even old voices from your past whispering that you are not enough. Today, those voices are being exposed for what they are: illusions. The test of August 28th is whether you will keep entertaining the lies of the past, or whether you will finally anchor yourself in the truth of who you are. And let me be clear, this is not about perfection. It's not about never stumbling or never questioning. It's about awareness. It's about catching yourself in the moment and choosing differently. Every time you replace fear with faith, every time you replace anger with grace, every time you choose patience over impulse, you step onto the higher timeline. Do not underestimate the subtle signs today: a conversation that stings, a delay that frustrates, a door that unexpectedly closes. These are not accidents. They are signals, shaping you, asking you, will you trust? Will you align? Will you step into who you are becoming? The old you would have reacted, lashed out, or given up. But the version of you that is rising today, the version August 28th, is calling forth knows better. This is why relationships feel heavier right now. The closest people to you may not understand the weight you carry. Some may even test your patience, your loyalty, your love. But instead of seeing these moments as punishment, recognize them as mirrors. What they awaken in you is what you are meant to master. The higher path demands strength, not through isolation, but through the way you love, forgive, and stand firm without losing yourself. Here is the deeper layer most overlook. August 28th carries a window of clarity. If you are willing to sit in silence today, even for a few moments, you will notice that answers you have been seeking begin to rise within you. It could come as a sudden thought, a shift in your heart, or a sense of knowing you can't explain. That is not coincidence. That is alignment. The universe whispers loudest when you quiet the noise. Remember this: higher timelines are not built in the dramatic moments. They are built in the daily choices, the way you handle conflict, the way you respond to challenges, the way you honor your intuition. Today, these are the bricks that construct the road ahead. August 28th is not just testing you, it is gifting you the opportunity to prove to yourself that you are ready. So as you walk through this day, remind yourself of the truth: you are not trapped in cycles, you are transcending them. You are not here to repeat the past, you are here to create the new. The energy around you is powerful, yes, but it is waiting for your choice. And when you choose alignment, when you step with intention, you don't just change today, you shift the trajectory of your entire future. Chosen ones, we have reached the turning point of this message. If your heart has stayed present through every word, it means you are not just listening, you are remembering. You are remembering who you are, why you are here, and what this moment is truly about. August 28th is not simply a date on a calendar. It is a living threshold, a spiritual marker, carved into the fabric of time. To some it will pass unnoticed, like any other day, but to those awake, to those sensitive enough to hear the call, it is destiny knocking at the door of your soul. This is the day when hidden truths surface, when tests become undeniable, when the whispers of the divine turn into undeniable echoes. And here is the secret most will never hear: you are being measured, not in terms of perfection, but in terms of faith. Your choices today carry a resonance that ripples forward, bending the course of your future. Each thought, each word, each action. These are no longer small, they are declarations, seeds planted into a higher timeline. Many around you will continue as if nothing is happening. They will cling to their old patterns, repeating the same cycles of doubt, fear, and distraction. But you, chosen one, you are not like them. You wouldn't be here if you were. You are watching this because deep down you feel the pull of something greater. You know there is more than what your eyes can see, more than what the world has told you to believe. You sense the invisible current beneath the surface, and you are ready to rise with it. But rising is not easy. The higher you go, the more resistance you feel. That is why the people closest to you often become your test, not your enemies, but your mirrors. They reveal what is still unhealed, what is still fragile, what must be transformed. It can feel painful, it can feel unfair, but it is sacred. For every challenge, every misunderstanding, every moment where you attempted to close your heart is actually an opportunity to prove your alignment. This is why you must not give up, not on yourself, not on your path, not on the mission that has been placed inside you. August 28th is the confirmation that you are being refined, not broken, strengthened, not diminished, elevated, not forgotten. And here is the mystery that no one tells you. Awakening is not about escaping the world. It is about walking through it with new eyes, a new heart, and unshakable faith. To awaken is to carry light into the darkest rooms, to bring peace where there is chaos, to hold forgiveness where there is bitterness. That is why you were chosen, not because the road is easy, but because your spirit carries what the world needs most. Look at the signs today, the repeated numbers that catch your attention, the coincidences that seem too perfect to ignore, the sudden clarity in your heart that comes out of nowhere. These are not random. They are confirmations that you are aligned, that the universe is orchestrating this very moment to remind you of your power. They are saying, keep going, you are not alone, you are exactly where you need to be, and yet the choice is yours, always. You can choose to dismiss this as another video, another fleeting message, or you can let it sink into your spirit, like a seed planted deep in fertile soil, a seed that if nurtured with faith, will grow into something beyond your imagination. This is not about information, it is about transformation. It is about deciding today, right now, to step into the version of yourself that you were always meant to be. So chosen ones, let this be your declaration. I will not shrink back. I will not deny the calling. I will not waste the invitation of this moment. I will rise. I will align. I will carry the light forward, for myself, for those I love, for those who cannot yet see, because the awakening in me is the awakening for us all. And remember this truth, when you shift, everything shifts. Your courage becomes a beacon, your faith becomes an anchor, your voice becomes a frequency that awakens sleeping hearts. You may never see the full ripple, but it is real. You may never meet the lives you touch, but they will feel it. This is the power of alignment. This is the miracle of choosing the higher timeline. So do not delay, do not hesitate. August 28th is your moment, your threshold, your proof. Walk through it with conviction. Claim the life you were meant to live. Carry this message. Share it. Embody it, because the world is waiting for the light you carry. Do you understand what this really means? It means that August 28th is not asking you to be perfect. It is asking you to be present. It is calling you to step out of hesitation, to step out of fear, and to take ownership of your path. Too many souls spend their lives waiting for the right time, hoping for a sign, waiting for someone else to open the door. But the truth is, the door has already been opened. The only question is, will you walk through it? This day is about claiming responsibility for the energy you carry. Every word you speak today either plants life or it plants doubt. Every interaction either builds bridges or burns them. Every choice either aligns you with your higher timeline or pulls you back into a cycle you have already outgrown. That is why August 28th matters. It is the cosmic checkpoint, reminding you that destiny is built one decision at a time. And maybe you feel the weight of that. Maybe you feel unprepared. But you must know this: being chosen was never about being flawless. It was about being willing to learn, to rise, to walk forward, even when you are trembling. That is what makes the chosen ones different. They don't wait until it's easy. They answer when the call comes, and today, that call is louder than ever. Look around you. Notice who is standing with you, and who is drifting away. Notice which doors feel heavy, and which open effortlessly. These are not coincidences, they are alignments. The universe is showing you the map, if you are willing to see it. Relationships, opportunities, even challenges, they are all shaping you for what's ahead. Trust the refinement. Trust that nothing has been wasted, and nothing is random. So stand tall in this moment. Speak with truth. Choose with courage. Carry the light that is inside you boldly, because it is not only for you, it is for those who will awaken when they see your example. This is how timelines shift, not with grand announcements or dramatic, not through sudden miracles alone, but through steady hearts, choosing faith again and again. Beloved ones, this is your call. Share this message so that more hearts may awaken to this truth. For every soul that rises, the shift grows stronger. And remember, confirmation has already been written into the universe. You are ready. What remains rests in your hands. The choice is yours, and the moment is now.